Welcome you all. In this video, we are going to see about sending and receiving data with AXIOS in ReactJS. This is the part 2 video and the continuation of the previous one. To understand the question, we will go to our lab question. This exercise 1 we had already done and now we are going to do exercise 2. I want to retrieve the data from the third-party API, for example, climate-based app. This rapidapi.com, here I can able to register myself. It will give a key to me and per day 100 requests I can get it for the free. In this, I can register for variety of applications. One of that is the weather-based application and exactly that link I had given it to you. If you had registered in this application, you can able to open this website and you will get your own unique key to launch the request. And here you can able to see in the params, you can able to give the city name. I'm going to give the city name as Vijayawada. And after giving the city name, I'm just going to click on test endpoint. I will get the status code 200. That means properly it is sending the request and the response I received. If you want to check the response, in the response you are having main, and in that main you are having the temperature which is currently in Vijayawada 76.95, and the information will give you the detail like where we are requesting this. We are requesting this to a particular URL with Vijayawada as the city name, and this is the request we are sending. In the request we are having the header which is saying the accept, what kind of response we will accept and what kind of content we are sending and what is the playground, then our key to get the data, then the host we are requesting. So up to this, we have to use it in our application. Now to do this experiment and to display this weather temperature 76.95 in our web page, we are going to launch the VS Code. And I will show my previous experiment 5A experiment, sorry, 6A experiment. This is the output I got. I'm going to continue from this. I will open the VS Code under EX6 folder. I will just right click and I will create a new file called climate.jsx. Inside climate.jsx, I will create a function climate. As usual, I will have a return tag with a whole div, and this function have to be exported to get it in the output. Now I will just say this is a climate display page, and I need this output before going to see the initial output. Okay, let me see the initial output first. I will go to main.jsx. Here, instead of user, I have to launch the climate. It will import automatically. Save it and check the output. Already I'm running the React application, so I'm getting this is a climate display page. Now, to do it more, I want to send the AXIOS request. I'm going to send the AXIOS request. Before typing this AXIOS, you have to install it. I already installed AXIOS in 6A experiment. Follow that and install. Now, AXIOS, you have to import it. After importing, this is the GET request. In the GET request, the first parameter is the URL. To give the URL, you just go to your browser and open this app. Already you had requested. So you go to your information, info. Here you will get the URL. You copy this URL and paste it here. Then the second one is the data. The data is not going to be blank now. We are going to have the parameter called headers. It is showing now. You can pick it. Headers colon. This headers is going to be the dictionary as well. So put one more flower brace and give enter inside the flower brace. In this request headers, you have to pass this request datas. It need to say what you will accept, what is the content type, who you are, and what is the host you are requesting. Copy up to this and just paste it here. But alignment and corrections need to be done. For accept, you give single quotes and then colon, then bring the next line to the same line and say you are accepting application slash JSON inside single quotes and give comma for the next line and give enter. Similarly, correct it. Now I had corrected all the lines. Now after the fifth line, you don't need to give comma. Now this is the part of request. We need to get the response back. For that, dot then function will be useful. Inside the then function, write the arrow function. The arrow function's first parameter is the response and give enter inside the flower brace. Here you can print that output in console.log for the testing purpose. Once it is printed successfully, we can then think about to print it in the page. So I will say rest.data in the console.log. Let me check the output now. I'm just going to my React app. I will just open inspect and console. In the console, I'm getting an object. If you click an object, there are so many coming in. I want only inside that main, and then inside main, I want temp. So I can say further dot main and temp. Now go and check the output again. Refresh it. Now you can get exactly that 76.95, the temperature of Vijayawada. If you want to display this temperature in this page, as usual, like in the previous experiment, we need to create the stateful component. Const result, comma, set result. You have to use the useState to set the initial value as null. Now I'm just checking this result equal to null. First time it will be null. So this AXIOS request will get functioned. But once this request is got functioned, I will set the result to exactly the same value here. And I will print the result. Once the result is changed, the page will re-render. When the page is re-rendering, it is not going to be null. And this will not execute again and again. Now in the return statement, you are checking if the result equal to null. Then You are saying this is climate page, and then inside the break tag, after two break tags, you say data is fetching. When the result is null, data is fetching. Else, if the result is not null, then just return with a new div value. In this div value, you just display like Vijayawada temp is inside the flower brace. We can access the result value. So just access the result value. This will come on the second iteration. Just save it and check the output. It is saying result is fetching and it is not changing to the next one. Why? That means it is saying here too many requests. Something went wrong in the AXIOS part. Now, exactly the problem is too many requests. Before we are making the if conditions and we are making the if and else block here, already hundreds of requests is being sent to this particular UI. That is the problem. Per day, 100 requests only free, and already 429 requests is been sent. To check this, just go to your weather app and once again click on test endpoint. You are getting an error, 429 client error, and it is saying you have exceeded the monthly quota request on your current plan. So the code is working, and once you got the data here, you can able to get it here. Already you got the data in the console that will be printed here. Okay. With this, I'm stopping my experiment and thank you.